Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arberesha Bishai, and this is my story. I came here to talk today about the power of learning through vulnerability at Royal Roads and the power of learning through an oppression. In order to do that, I need to go back to 1958. In 1958, my grandfather changed his last name from Plana to Yashare. He was an educational activist. In a time when you couldn't even be speaking Albanian, he was teaching Albanian. Throughout most of his life, there were no opportunities to be taught in his mother tongue. He worked as a teacher and a political activist that was not only protesting against the Serbian regime, but was also advocating for the Albanian curriculum to be taught in schools. By the time the first Albanian university was established, he had to flee the country in order to avoid political prosecution. In 1974, the Yugoslavian constitution gave Kosovo virtual self-government and autonomy that allowed the province of Kosovo to teach an Albanian curriculum in schools and universities. Beginning in March 1981, Kosovar Albanian students organized protests seeking that Kosovo become a republic within Yugoslavia after Tito's death and after the fall of communism. On October 24th, 1989, I was born, pretty much at the worst time in political history. So, thank you, Mom. In 1989, Slobodan Milosevic shattered Kosovo's autonomy. Milosevic, through his power, reduced the autonomy of Kosovo and revoked the province of Kosovo's right to continue to teach in Albanian curriculums in schools and universities. In March 1989, 240 Albanian representatives in the provincial government that opposed the constitutional changes and abstained from ratification in the Kosovo Assembly were rounded up by the Yugoslav police under Slobodan Milosevic's order and were detained with complete disregard for due process. The new constitution abolished Kosovo's official media and the Albanian language from being used in the media in general. In September 1990, up to 12,000 Albanians were fired from their positions in government, as were teachers, doctors, and people working in government-controlled industries, which provoked a general strike throughout Kosovo through the Albanians. The old Albanian education curriculum and textbooks were revoked, and the new ones were created, same as the Serbian curriculum. In the University of Pristina, the Albanian language was abolished, and the Albanian teachers were fired in masses. Albanians responded by boycotting state schools and setting up an official parallel system of Albanian language education because they were outraged by what they saw as an attack on their human basic rights. I would actually like to take a moment to thank my mom that's in the room today with me. Mom, you showed me so much. You showed me the importance of teaching and being vulnerable through oppression. I remember you coming home and storming into the house, breathlessly, out of the fear that the Serbian police were coming to arrest you. Because they knew that you were teaching math underground at a safe house. Even though I was only 7 years old, I understood the risks that you were taking. In that moment, you taught me what it means to never give up and to fight for what you believe in. You are such a fighter. You kept your fire burning in a time when Slobodan Milosevic was trying to put it out with his regime. When I was playing with my cousins, you were politically advocating to fight for the Albanian democracy, and along with Albanian Kosovars in 1992, Ibrahim Rugova was elected as president of a self-declared Republic of Kosovo through unsanctioned elections that were held in secrecy. Through people like you that had the courage to risk your lives and vote, it is why I enjoy my freedom today. On March 1st, 1998, as we were celebrating my sister's first birthday, who Nita is actually here in the room as well, the Serbian military invaded Kosovo. On March 5th, 1998, 58 members of the Yashari family were killed. It was a massacre that no Albanian will ever forget. Adem Yashari is known as a symbol of Kosovar independence and as a hero. Imagine having the same last name. How was my grandfather to know the same last name that he purposely chose in 1958 to free his family from the Serbian discrimination would suddenly become one of the most recognized last names in Kosovo's history? The name Yashari and the massacre of the Yashari family is what triggered international attention and started the war in Kosovo. Somehow the spotlight had found our family again. This is when I realized at a very young age that when you're meant to be someone, you just can't escape your destiny ever. On May 25th, 1999, I came to Canada as a refugee. But this wasn't an escape for me or my family. This was an opportunity. I came from an environment that oppressed education to a country that promotes lifelong learning. On November 23rd to December 4th, 2015, I had my first residency here at Royal Roads University, a university for the Master Program of Conflict Analysis and Management. One of our first conflict resolution case studies as a group was about an agreement between Serbians and Albanians. Like, what are the odds of that? But in this role play, I didn't play the part of an Albanian. I played the role of a neutral party. As I walked away from the class that day, I realized something. I realized the power of my vulnerability that what I could have brought into the room. Because vulnerability is courage. That is standing up in the spotlight and having the courage to be heard and to be seen. I should have shared my story that day. I should have used my name. Faleminderit, thank you.